Welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Some beauty modifications are dangerous. A woman could be losing her very eyesight after tattooing her eyeballs the color blue and purple. One of Anaya Peterson's favorite social media personalities is Amber Luke. Luke's own tattooed eyes inspired Peterson to try out the look, a decision that Peterson's young daughter warned her not to do.
Tell us what happened as a result of getting your eyes tattooed.
Oh, well, a year later, I actually got something called tattoo sarcoidosis. So it actually went from the skin first, like a lot of my skin started to raise and stuff. And then it eventually spread it to the eyes and caused a lot of severe inflammation and swelling at the back of the eyeballs. So at the moment, the back of the eyeballs are really swollen and I see a lot of black floaters and like blind spots.
Do you regret getting the procedure done?
To be honest, if I could go back in time, I probably would have got it done black, because when you get your eyes dyed black, the effects are less severe. Like, you don't really have a lot of problems with black.
But you would still do it again.
Black, yeah.
Now, are you concerned that you could lose your vision? Tell us the problems that you're suffering as a result of getting your eyes tattooed.
Well, the optic nerve and the back of the eyes, they are swollen. So I'm actually going to be admitted to hospital at the end of this week, but I have to stay a couple of days and have a lot of like brain scans and like scans on my lungs done to see if the sarcoidosis is spread to my lungs and the black spots. So sometimes, even like when I'm looking at a computer, I'm sometimes convinced that the computer is dirty, but it's not. It's just the black spots in my vision. And sometimes I can see like blind spots where like part of my vision will be like circles of like grey smudges.
Are you concerned that you could lose your vision as a result? What are doctors telling you about the possibility of losing your sight as a result of this?
Well, if they're not able to control the swelling and the inflammation, then losing my eyesight is a strong possibility, because when the back of the eyes are swollen, that is like a sight-threatening condition.
And so as a result of that, is that frightening to you, not being able to see? I think I saw an article where your 7-year-old daughter told you not to get it done, right?
Yeah, she did. She did. Yeah, she did. Even like, she had some of her friends come to the door sometime last summer. And she was like, oh, look at my mummy's eyes. But I told her not to get it done because now she can't see properly.
Wow. Now, you have had other body modifications done, namely, which caught me by surprise in looking at your picture, was your tongue. Can we see it? And what would you call that tongue?
We call it a split tongue, but and I've also got my ear stretched.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what attracted you to that? And do you know, for, say, a person who's not used to seeing it, or a person who's not used to seeing body modification, it's odd to us or to me or to those who may be looking at you. And of course, that's totally our opinion, and I'm sure you're not worried about that, but it's just so damn odd.
Yeah, do you know what? I actually, like, years ago, I used to look at people heavily modified, and I used to think, why would somebody do that? But then I got one tattoo, and then like a lot of people were like, oh, you look so different. Oh, you look so nice. And then I just started to get, like bits done more. And I just liked the fact that I was looking a bit different, like not looking like your average person.
Do you think you became addicted to it, to body modification?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
You're like, that's a given. What the hell do you think, guy? But any regrets whatsoever at this point in your life?
I tell you what I regret the most is I had like bad portraits done and stuff. So like if I could go back to my younger self, I would have got better tattoo artists you know, because then all my tattoos would have been just a work of art. Because at that age, I'm like 19, 20, and I'm thinking, I'm going to find a nice, cheap tattoo artist and get some work done. And the work came out absolutely hideous. So even like, you see, like with my blackout, there was like work under work under work where we tried to correct it. And eventually it just led to me like just blacking out everywhere.
And what percentage of your body you would say is covered? What percentage?
I mean, I'm not sure, but most of every body part has a tattoo on it. But like, I've got I'll say about 80% of my stomach covered in black. My whole neck, like half my arm is covered in black, and then the rest just have tattoos. This whole arm is covered in black. I've got like 3/4 of my leg covered in black and tattoos there. I'm completely covered.
Wow. Wow. Well, it's what you like. It's what you wanted, you know. So we appreciate you sharing it and talking about it. And we wish you the best with your sight. Hopefully the doctors can save your vision, because obviously you want to see your little girl grow up, and then that would be tough to your children, not just your little girl, your children grow up, and to lose sight with them so young would be devastating to you, I'm sure. But we want to wish you the best and thank you for sharing your story with us here on The Factor.